Hello, welcome to Swedish Dharma Tarot. My name's christinamarialeifsdotter, and I'm here to do a reading for Virgo today to see what Spirit wants you to know. But before we go ahead, I've actually forgotten to check if the moon is in Sagittarius still. It should be, but it could have also gone ahead to Capricorn. A quick check, everyone. And while I'm getting the information, I can ask you to, if you like the video afterwards, please a thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't, but I'd appreciate it if you say what it is that's not right with it. And if you would consider subscribing, well, then I'd be really stoked. Thank you very much. Now I've checked and the moon is in Capricorn. So that's quite a difficult placement for the moon. It's in its opposite sign. The moon is the ruler of Cancer, and Cancer and Capricorn are opposites. So Capricorn, start. The moon in our charts or in our horoscopes tell us how we function emotionally. So when we have when we have the moon or our moon in Capricorn, we're very structured, very organized, oriented to achieve rather than to feel. So it can be a difficult position. So if you're feeling a bit, not scattered, but if you're feeling like, oh, to hell with it all, and today we've got to da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, that if you're not normally like that, it could be the moon in Capricorn. In the pre-shuffle, this fell out horizontally. So it's a love card. It's the Lovers in the classical tarot. It's a beautiful card with Venus. But when it's, when it's in the reverse, it talks more of a sexual relationship than a love one when it's upright. And it landed like that. So I'm hoping we get clarity as we go along in the reading. In the path of the soul, anyway, you got the Royal Order. Sounds very fancy. And in the yogic path, you've got Rayas, and you even got Durga. Durga's been coming out a lot lately. She's the goddess of inner strength and protection, which is nice to have. Would you agree? And if you have any questions, and if you want to let me know where you're calling in from, I'd really like to know that. But if you have any questions during the reading, just write them in the column there, and I'll do my best to answer them. So a last chance for Spirit to let us know what they want you to know, Virgo. There's a lot of fire in you. Nice to see. It's a nice combination. Virgo's motto is, I serve. So they want nothing else than to take care of us. I was fortunate enough to have chosen a Virgo mum to come to. Very smart planning of my soul. I don't have any earth in my chart at all. And to put fire in that, wow, because Virgo is not a lazy person. They have unbelievable, or you have an unbelievable amount of energy. And to then add fire to that, it makes you even more energetic and more action-oriented. So it's a nice placement. I haven't found you yet. Okay, well, we'll start with you in fire. I see your two sons. Maybe you have three sons. Yeah, I think you do. And what's happening with them? Well, what are they saying? They're strong and healthy boys. They feel quite adult, actually. maybe teenagers or just above. I think one of them is studying at university anyway. But you've had to make some sacrifices during the year. I think you've probably been a single mum because I don't see your partner here. And they don't seem to have had contact with their father either, which is sad, especially for boys. But if it's what do you call it, unenthusiastic, or a father who doesn't really care, then the children are better off without him. That's for sure. Better no dad than a bad dad. Absolutely. I have 2 children. They've both had bad dads and they've not been around. So that's how I see it anyway. You might see it differently, but that's my strong belief. I also see here that you're a wise and old soul and that you're on your way into your next life cycle. So we usually do that every 7 or every 9 years. And depends on my tarot cards have taught me 7 years, and within Buddhism it's 7 years, but friends of numerology will insist that it's 9 years. Sorry about the telephone, guys. Yeah, so either way, you're turning something with 7 divisible by 7 or divisible by 9, or yeah, because I think it's definitely your life. But I will check out something here because it could be your work as well. You're getting it. This is they're showing a divorce. So when I felt that the father was absent, maybe it's quite new. I'm sorry. Misinterpretation on my part. And I won't try to make excuses. I've made a mistake here because you've been left by your husband and you're in the process of getting divorced now. And that's good for you. You're going to be the victor, which is great. And the marriage will be behind you in your past. And look at your soul. Freedom. Freedom. I see further on that there's been some kind of abuse in the relationship as well. So, and there have been a lot of conflicts about money, and maybe there is money in the family, or maybe the father, your husband, has had a quite good, earned quite a good living, but not being willing to share that with the family and you in particular. So it's not the 2 of Cups, it's the 4 of Cups is my card of dependence and codependency. Dependency and codependency. So I don't know what's happened here. I can't see it, but I will have a look and see if I can clarify it. I can't, dear Virgo, but you yourself come up in reverse on top of that card. So it doesn't really matter if your husband has been drinking or beating you or abusing you in some other way, but you've been very unhappy. And it's very, very, very good that for your sons, that you are divorcing your husband, because when we grow up as boys with an alcoholic father, or as boys with an abusive father of any sort, we have the tendency to ape the behavior, to copy the behavior. Sorry, what a stupid word. To ape it, to copy it. And sometimes I don't know which language I'm speaking, but anyway, it's a question of copying the behavior. This is what we all do. We learn to be parents by watching our parents, and we have the tendency to repeat what they've done, even things that we didn't like that they did. So that's why it's very good to make a strong stance and tell your sons, this is not acceptable. I can't be treated this way, or we can't allow ourselves to be treated this way. And make a break. That shows your resilience, that shows your inner strength, and that's a good thing for your kids to set a good example, right? So this card, I want to have it in the reverse now. Love gone by. Yeah. It's sad, but it happens in the best of marriages. That's the way it is. Yeah. So let's have a look at the oracle cards. Path of the soul, and you had the royal order. We play important roles in each other's lives. Well, there you have it. We aid each other on the journey to oneness and ascension. Before we can play an integral role in helping others, we have to first take care of ourselves. The royal order is about keeping within the divine order of life. Be sure to care for this physical vessel that is you. It needs to run and function properly. You have an important part to play in the lives of others, so make sure you take care of yourself first. Wow, Virgo, that's so difficult for you, but it's absolutely essential, not just for you, but for your boys at the moment. I think you'll agree. Let's have a look at the yogic path. Rajas, dynamic movement, aggression, and energy. That's the fire in you, Virgo. That's so cute. You're in a place of movement, making the most of each day. You're passionate and excited about the task at hand and are pushing the limits of what you believe possible for yourself. Rajas is needed to bring our desires into action, and you're deep in the development phase. You've already achieved many great accomplishments because of your determination, and more await in the near future. However, remember to balance action with rest. Otherwise, you will lose sight of your true goal in the pursuit of achieving more. Wow, that's important for a Virgo. Remember to rest. I would tell my Virgo mother, Mum, come and sit down, let's talk. Oh no, she'd say, I'll just get nervous. She'd keep going at whatever she was doing. But it's not smart. So take a break. Allow yourself to rest. Durga, goddess of inner strength and protection. You're exhibiting great strength in the face of things that would make others, including former versions of yourself, crumble. A lot of us who are codependent, we don't realize the strength we have within us because we have a tendency to walk through life feeling like victims. And when we finally decide enough is enough, then the true force comes forth. Force comes forth. That's really difficult to say. Durga, the warrior goddess, is with you, carrying her bow and arrow, sword, trident, lotus, thunderbolt, golden discus, and conch. You're embodying her fierce strength and loving protection. You have overcome major hardships with your willpower and will continue to leap over any challenges that confront you. Call upon Durga Ma whenever you need an extra ounce of strength. There you have it, Virgo. Please subscribe. And also, if you want a private reading with me, that's completely doable. 15 minutes like this or on the telephone. It'll set you back 30 it's not difficult, but I get tongue-tied anyway. 30 euros, $30, 30 pounds, or 300 Swedish krona for 15 minutes. And I'd love to be able to help you. And you know what? If you're from India or Africa or some other poor country, because I do have friends around there also, please don't let that stop you. If you have a problem, let me know. I'll do my best to help you. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Love and light.